next stop on our journey after we left Kuala Lumpur was the Cameron Highlands.
To get to Cameron Highlands is about 3.5-hour drive. You could take it by bus, by train, but then you have to take a bus, or by taxi as we chose. Along the way we were able to stop, especially having kids, being able to take bathroom breaks, snack breaks, and a beautiful break along a waterfall. Was a great opportunity for us to get to our location, as it was a very windy road. Make sure if you have kids that get car sick, you plan ahead.
Yeah, and 3 tips we learned on this trip to Cameron Highlands was 1, make sure you bring your sweater. Of course, we had ours, thankfully, but the temperature difference between down near sea level, Kuala Lumpur, and then up in Cameron Highlands is drastic. It's a lot cooler every day up there. And then second, there are no ATMs at the farther edges of town. We stayed up in Kia Farm. There's no ATMs up there, and nobody takes cards. So make sure you get some cash before you head up there. And third, if you're going on a weekend or a school holiday, and we happen to be there during like their big kind of summer break for Malaysia, traffic is crazy. And it's really hard to get around up there. So just plan ahead and avoid the big breaks if you can. So we made it to Cameron Highlands. We had to pull our jackets out, well, our sweaters, jackets, depending on how cold you get. It's a lot colder up here. Now we're trying Steamboat. We call this Steamboat, and you cook your meat in the middle of the grill, and you dip it in the soup or broth on the outside. It is delicious.
We got up early this morning to hike up to the top of the ridge to see the sunrise. Everybody's all cheery.
A highlight for me was waking the kids up early and seeing the sunrise over the tea plantation. Very picturesque opportunity to get out and enjoy everything as the mist rose off the tea plants.
I loved the early morning sunrise over the tea plantation.
Some of the other big things to see in Cameron Highlands were the Mossy Forest. So we took a Jeep tour up to the Mossy Forest. It was a half day, and that was just a great way to get up out of the sun into a cloud forest at a higher elevation with awesome views, and it's on a boardwalk. So the kids really loved it. Even the 4-year-old thought it was great and it wasn't too strenuous.
In Cameron Highlands was the Mossy Forest because there was lots of greenery and beautiful plants.
Tour, they took us to the BOH Tea Plantation, where we got to learn a lot about how tea is grown and then processed. It's something I just never really knew, so it was pretty interesting. Okay, turn. Other things to see in Cameron Highlands include a big marketplace, which is one of the drivers of all that traffic that we talked about. And then also there are, a few butterfly farms and some strawberry farms. There's a handful of those, so kind of neat to see. But I would say don't go out of your way to go to Cameron Highlands to see those things.
How about this?
Butterfly.
We chose to spend 4 days in Cameron Highlands, but you could definitely do a night or even just a day tour from Kuala Lumpur to Cameron Highlands, although the drive would be quite long to do it there and back.
Especially with little kids.
Yes.
I think like maybe a day or two is enough to see all the highlights in Cameron Highlands. But if you like to take it slow and really, get to experience the area in a deeper way, then staying 4 days like we did is probably the way to go.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.